Alright, so if you've been thinking about jumping into OLED gaming monitors but don't want to completely destroy your wallet, this one might actually be worth looking at. Gigabyte has officially launched the MO27Q28GR in the US, and honestly, it's one of the most interesting OLED monitors we've seen recently. Why? Because this is one of the very first monitors using LG Display's new Tandem OLED panel technology. Basically, instead of a traditional OLED setup, this panel uses two RGB emissive layers working together, which helps improve brightness, color performance, efficiency, and even panel lifespan. And compared to older W OLED panels, the upgrades are pretty significant. You're getting up to 1,500 nits peak HDR brightness, around 99.5% DCI-P3 color coverage, and LG claims it also uses around 20% less power than previous Gen OLED monitors. Now here's the big difference with this specific model. Gigabyte already released a similar monitor last year, but that version had a matte coating. This new MO27Q28GR goes with a glossy finish instead, which means deeper-looking blacks, punchier colors, and a more premium image overall. And interestingly, it's also cheaper than the competing Asus Glossy OLED monitor, coming in at around $599 compared to Asus at about $649. For gaming, this thing looks seriously impressive. You get a 280Hz refresh rate paired with the near-instant response times OLED is known for, so motion clarity should be incredibly smooth. And since there's no aggressive overdrive needed here, you don't really have to worry about ghosting or overshoot issues either. It also supports both G-Sync and FreeSync Premium Pro, so whether you're using NVIDIA or AMD, you're covered. Design-wise, Gigabyte kept things surprisingly clean and minimal. The stand is slim, mostly metal, and the front of the monitor is basically logo-free, which honestly gives it a really premium look. You also get good ergonomics, height adjustment, swivel, tilt, pivot, plus VESA mount support if you want to put it on a monitor arm. Connectivity is solid too. HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4, USB-C, and USB hub support, and even a built-in KVM switch. That KVM feature is actually super useful if you use multiple systems with the same keyboard and mouse setup. Now, the USB-C port only delivers 18 watts of charging, so don't expect full laptop charging here, but it's still nice to have. Gigabyte even included built-in speakers, which is honestly rare on OLED gaming monitors these days. They're nothing amazing, but they'll do the job if you need quick audio. And of course, since this is OLED, burn-in protection is a big focus. You get things like pixel cleaning, pixel shifting, logo dimming, plus a 3-year warranty that includes burn-in coverage. That's definitely reassuring for OLED buyers. Now, in terms of image quality, this is where things get really good. The monitor hits around 390 nits in SDR, which is actually extremely bright for OLED, and HDR performance is looking really solid too. The monitor comes with VESA Display HDR RealBlack 500 certification, which means highlights can reach at least 500 nits, while still maintaining those deep OLED blacks. But Gigabyte also added a special peak 1500 mode, along with something called hypernits, which pushes brightness even further for a more eye-catching HDR experience. Now technically, those higher brightness modes can slightly affect color accuracy, so if you care more about image quality and creator-intended visuals, sticking with the default RealBlack 500 mode is probably the better option. Color accuracy out of the box is also surprisingly impressive, making this display good not just for gaming, but even for some creative work like photo editing. Text clarity still isn't perfect. That's one of the remaining downsides of OLED panels. But according to reviews, it's still less distracting than on many QD OLED displays. So overall, the MO27Q28GR looks like a really strong option if you want a fast OLED gaming monitor, a glossy finish, high brightness, and next-gen Tandem OLED tech without paying ultra-premium prices. But now the real question is, Would you pick this over Asus or Samsung's OLED monitors? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.